A very warm hello to each and everyone out there. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep. Am I audible? I hope there is no technical glitch whatsoever and you can hear me all right. Let's overcome any technical issues that you might face while listening to me. Am I audible? Good afternoon everyone. Please give me a hello if you can hear me all right. Akansha, hi Akansha, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to the class. Okay, so you can hear me. I'm just going to wait for another 10 to 15 odd seconds and then we can kickstart the proceedings for today. All right. So I hope everyone is doing absolutely fine. JIPMAT is round the corner and I believe you are preparing well. I hope you have been solving the mocks regularly and overcoming all the obstacles. So iron out all the discrepancies that you face, do the basics right, and you will be on song. Movies, how are you? Good afternoon, dear. So yesterday we had a session on reading comprehension, if I'm not wrong, yes, and all of you were there with me. Today we will be talking on a slightly different vertical of VA, that is the verbal ability. All the other non-RC questions, that is something that we are going to focus on. So before that, let me welcome all of you once again to BYJU'S Exam Prep, India's premier online test prep platform for all UG exams. This is Pradip Sir, your friend, mentor and guide, and we are going to have another exciting session with you all. Yes, Mickey, मैं हिंदी में भी बात करूंगा. Not to worry on that part. थोड़ा सा मिक्स करके चलेंगे तो सबके लिए आसानी होगी, right? Well, Mickey, you write your JIPMAT examination and you do wonders. Hopefully, you will do great in whatever career pursuit you opt for yourself. Sab acha hoga, don't worry. Okay. So, verbal ability topics. So, क्या है आज के लिए हमारे पास? So, if you look at the overall scenario of JIPMAT English section, apart from RCs, और कौन-कौन से क्वेश्चंस हैं जो कि हम इंक्लूड कर सकते हैं और इस पे क्वेश्चंस बनते ही बनते हैं. You have grammar questions as usual, error spotting and fill in the blanks, very important areas, and you will definitely come across many questions on fill in the blanks and spotting errors. Then you have vocabulary, ये हमारा पीछा कभी नहीं छोड़ेगा. So we will be working on synonyms and antonyms. You have to have a very good set of vocabulary in your mind. You have to practice good words so that you can see through any question that you come across, and that is why the basics are very important. Learn and practice with questions. Okay, don't learn the words. This is not the time to enrich your vocabulary. General enrichment will not work at this point of time. Of course, when you look at the broader spectrum, अगर long run के लिए बात करेंगे तो definitely vocab is something which you can go on learning. But right now क्या करेंगे? We will practice a few mocks and questions based on vocabulary that were a part of JIPMAT in the previous exams. So fill in the blanks questions will be there, idioms based questions will be there, idioms and phrases. And then another important area of vocabulary is analogy, जहाँ पे A is to B के formation में questions आएंगे आपके पास, right? And you have to establish a relationship between these two words, और उस relationship को हम दिए गए options में find out करने की कोशिश करेंगे. And of course, the para jumble questions. Okay, एक paragraph, all the sentences will be jumbled up और आपको सही या correct sequence आपको ढूंढने की जरूरत पड़ेगी. So this is what we are going to be practicing today. Mahesh, hi Mahesh, how are you? I hope you all are doing great. सो ऐसे बात करते रहेंगे, सो एक्साइटमेंट बना रहेगा. ऑल राइट. सो my mantra for success to you people is to revise frequently all the questions that have been asked in the previous year's JIPMAT exam. So solve previous year questions, very important, and see through all the questions carefully. Try and understand the language of the question, किस तरीके का question frame किया गया है, और इससे क्या होगा, you will be in the right frame of mind to look at this year's JIPMAT examination, and you will be confident. Okay, notes बनाइए, definitely बनाइए. You can click all the slides that I will show you, Movis. Okay, कुछ क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करते हैं. ऑल राइट, विदाउट वेस्टिंग एनी टाइम कुछ क्वेश्चंस देखते हैं, एंड देन वी विल कीप ऑन टॉकिंग. ऑल राइट. सो सबसे पहला, राइट, द फर्स्ट सेट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस दैट वी विल सॉल्व टुडे will be a few questions based on synonyms. Synonyms में questions कैसे आएंगे? Find out the word which are closest in meaning. So whenever you have closest, definitely we are looking for synonyms. All right. So this is how the questions will look like. This is the first question in front of you. The question is, relinquish का मतलब हमें ढूंढना है. What is relinquish? A, surrender. B, enjoy. C, capture. Or D, elude. What is your answer? Relinquish का मीनिंग हमें ढूंढना है. We have to find out the meaning of relinquish. Surrender, enjoy, capture, elude. मिकी, अगर आप UGAT के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, so definitely some of the questions are going to be common in VA. Is more or less common across all the platforms, but some questions become pretty JIPMAT like, which are actually the signature questions of JIPMAT, but otherwise the background or the foundation remains the same, Mickey. All right. Okay, Akansha has keyed in B. Movies also has keyed in. Okay, Movies has deleted his answer. Akansha has marked B. Let us see what the answer is. Okay, the answer is surrender. Okay, the answer is surrender. देखो, relinquish it's a verb. Okay, it's a verb. Relinquish का मतलब होता है to give up. Okay, to give up. When you stop fighting, when you abandon, okay, when you give up something, that is relinquish. So give up के लिए सबसे important, जो सबसे close meaning बन रहा है, that is surrender. Surrender also means to give up. When you stop fighting, you surrender. So relinquish means to give up. Surrender also means to give up. Enjoy means when you enjoy life, when you enjoy doing something, when you show interest in something, that is enjoy. Capture means to defeat somebody and take somebody hostage. That is capture, right? Elude means something which you have not been able to hold, or something which you have not been able to achieve. It is eluding. वो आपके हाथ से बाहर चल रहा है. So that is elude. So over here the answer should have been A. It is surrender. Relinquish means surrender. I hope the first question is clear to you. Tanisha, hi Tanisha, how are you? Welcome to the class, dear. So question number 1, quite easily done. Let's move to the next question. Okay, slander. What is slander? A says bruise, B says information, C says defamation, and D says propagation. What is slander? Let's see if we can answer this question. Tarun has keyed in C, defamation. Okay. Movies is also okay. Movies says C. All right. C. Okay. Lovely answers. Jaldi se answer karo, all of you. Please key in the answers. Defamation Movis says. Okay. Agreed Movis. Okay. C means defamation. That's pretty obvious. Yes? Okay. Others, please participate. The class becomes exciting, more exciting when you participate, all of you together. So, the answer is defamation. All of you are absolutely right. Slander, it's a negative word. Okay? आप किसी को admire कर सकते हैं, आप किसी को praise कर सकते हैं. You can use all the good words for a person. And right opposite of praise and admiration is slander. When you speak bad about others, when you try to spoil the character of a person, it's a negative word. Again, it's a verb. It can also be a noun. It can be used in both ways. When you try to spoil the image of somebody. SB stands for somebody. I will be using two very important short forms. If I use STH, it would mean something. Okay. If I use SB somebody, if I use SB, it would mean somebody. So keep this in mind. All right. Bruise, right, is an injury mark. He was badly bruised. He was hurt. Information does not make any sense as far as slander is concerned. Propagation means to spread, to become popular, to make popular, propagate the word, to spread around. So slander is a negative word. It means defamation, to bring in the bad words, to use bad words for others, to badmouth someone. All right, that is slander. So the answer is C. Okay. Yes, if you're blaming somebody, blaming is आपने इल्जाम लगाया. Okay, but if that blame is wrong or false, if you falsely accuse somebody, the other person will take it as a slander. All right, this is what it means. So question number 2 done. Okay. Yes, Mob is absolutely right. There can be many synonyms for slander. Antonym for entice. Now we have seen 2 questions on synonyms. Now let's see if we can answer a few questions on antonyms. Opposite. हमें entice का opposite चाहिए. The opposite of entice. Derogation is also slander. Yes, when you are using derogatory word for others. Derogatory, the word comes from derogatory, means objectionable. That is also a kind of slander. You are absolutely right. Movis. So let's focus on antonym questions, my friends. Entice का antonym क्या होगा? Lure, attract, tempt, repel. Tarun has keyed in D. Lovely. Movis says repel. Okay, agreed. Thank you. All other are synonyms except D. Agreed, Movis. Let's see what the answer is. Quickly, please answer the question. Quickly. This is becoming fun. Okay, so let us see what the answer is. Yes, you people are absolutely right. Great answer. It is repel. Okay. Entice means to attract. Right? It is written. Right? Entice means to lure. Apni taraf kheenchna, to draw somebody, to draw towards. Okay? Tempt is also entice. So A, B and C are the synonyms of entice. Only one word is not falling into the group, that is repel. Okay? Repel means to throw. Like two, like poles of a magnet, they will repel. They will throw each other away. Right? They will throw each other away. So if entice means to attract, right? Then repel means to detract or to repel, to throw each other away, to throw away. So D is the answer and for question number 3. Absolutely fantastic answer. Okay. एक और challenge लेते हैं. Okay. Frugal. The word is frugal. You need to guess the antonym for frugal. Let us see. A says extravagant, B says introverted, C says economical, and D says thrifty. Thank you, Movis. Movis has keyed in C. Okay. It's an easy question. You just have to focus and you will get the answer in no time. Okay, let us see what the answer is. Now that everybody, I think you all are thinking what should be the answer. Let me show you the answer. Tarun says A, all right, extravagant. Wonderful. And guess what? The answer is extravagant. Absolutely right. Why? Frugal. Now, one who lives on bare minimum, जो बहुत कम से कम में अपना existence चलाता है, one who lives on bare minimum, he does not spend money much, he is very economical, right? He is very economical. So frugal and economical, they are synonymous to each other. They are synonymous to each other. All right. अब इसी का उल्टा हो जाएगा thrifty. Sorry, extravagant. Right? Extravagant means one who spends lavishly. One who spends lavishly. Okay? He lives a luxurious life. That is extravagant. Okay? Introvert means one who has a very closed personality. He does not mix up well with people. He does not mix with people. He keeps his own counsel. वो ज़्यादा mix up नहीं होता. Opposite of extrovert. Okay? Thrifty is a different word once again, right? If you are thrifty, you're kind of, you also kind of, you're a miser. You don't spend money much. All right. Extravagant is the best word that can be used as an antonym for frugal, one who spends his life lavishly. If somebody is extravagant, can he be frugal? He cannot be frugal. So A is the answer. All right. Okay. Now let's look at a few idioms and phrases. All right. The idea is to give you, a variety of questions to practice from. And if you practice such questions in a mixed bag sort of a thing, right? You mix it up and then you practice. So more often than not, you will start getting answers correct. Okay. All right. To turn turtle. The idiom is to turn turtle. A says to change form, to overturn, to walk slowly, to talk slowly. What is the answer? Mahesh has keyed in C, to walk slowly. Okay, Mahesh, thank you. Akansha says A, to change form. Thank you, Akansha. Movis says B. All right. Thank you, Movis. Let us see what the answer is. Okay. C. Turn turtle means to overturn. This is the answer. It means to overturn. Have you ever seen a turtle? The back of the turtle is like this. No? The back of the turtle is like this. अगर ये पलट गया, उल्टा हो गया, so इसको सीधे होने में समय लगता है, right? To completely overturn. Now suppose a car meets with an accident. A car has an accident and it overturns. So newspaper में भी देखा होगा, they write the car turned turtle upside down. So the turn turtle means to turn upside down, and that is why the answer is to overturn. It is not to change form, it is not to walk slowly. Since now the guess is okay because the word turtle is mentioned, you might have guessed okay to walk slowly, it would mean to walk slowly. But we cannot ignore the verb turn. If the turtle turns, it is very difficult for the animal to actually, turn upside down. Okay, so B is the answer. Next one, it's getting really interesting. 6, by the skin of the teeth. What does it mean? By the skin of the teeth. To cheat by a narrow margin, by fair means, using dishonest methods. Tarun says boat turns turtle. Yes, even the boat can turn turtle. It capsizes that way. Right. By the skin of the teeth, what does it mean? Let's see. To cheat by a narrow margin, by fair means, using dishonest methods. Okay, so let us see what the answer is going to be. The answer is by a narrow margin. By a narrow margin. By the skin of the teeth. It means when you do something, when there is a close shave. Another idiom जो कि मिलता जुलता है, that is, a close shave. Okay, by a narrow margin, right? India wins a cricket match against Australia by 1 run. So that win, India's win, was by the skin of the teeth, by a narrow margin. So you can understand this with the help of this example. Okay, एक run की victory over Australia or over any country. So that win by India was by the skin of the teeth, by a narrow margin. All right, I hope the meaning is clear to you. Okay, now let's look at some conventional language structure questions. All right, this is sentence completion. All right, this is sentence completion. The start has been given to you. It says the more we asked him, and then you have to complete this sentence. How would you do it? The more we asked him, he became more silent. The silenter he got, the less he answered lesser. What is the answer? The more we asked him, he became more silent. The silenter he got, the less he answered, or he answered lesser. What is the answer? Please complete the sentence. Oh, Movis is the first one to key in C. Okay, great. Tarun also says C. Mahesh says C. So no second thought to this question. You know what the answer is. Okay. Parallelism. Absolutely right, Movis. Absolutely right. The answer is C. The less he answered. Now Movis has used a very beautiful word over here. Parallelism or parallel structure. Now, what is the concept? The concept is using the comparative degree of adjective. Using the comparative degree of adjective. What does it mean? Right? The plus comparative, I will write COMP, it means comparative, is always followed by the plus comparative, right? The earlier you come, the better. The earlier you come, the better. So one comparative is followed by another comparative over here. So the more is followed by the less. The parallel structure is complete, hence C is the answer. All right, I hope you followed it. All right, this was question number 7 for us. Let's do some grammar and fill in the blanks questions. Let us continue the flow. We started off with the sentence completion question, and now let's do some grammar and fill in the blanks questions. Are we all set? Let's see. Let's look at the very first question. It is question number 8, but first question in the FIB segment. Yes, Mob is absolutely right. Less is comparative. So that is why it should be followed by another comparative. This is again a segment. Let's look at this question, then I will explain that question to you once again. Oh, so you've understood. Fair enough. Fair enough. The accident left him blind dash one eye. A says in, B says with, C says of, and D says from. What should be the answer? Prepositions are real killers, isn't it? Okay. Tarun has answered B. Mahesh has answered B. Thank you, all of you. Great answers. Akansha says B. All right. Okay. Now let us see what the answer is really. Okay. Okay. It is in. Now understand, it's a phrasal verb. Okay. Blind is an adjective and the concept was adjective plus preposition. Alright. So in this case, you need in. The accident left him blind in one eye. This is the flow. Okay. This is the flow. It is not with. I am so sorry, my friends. It is not with. It is not of. It is not from. Okay. Now let me explain this to you. The same word can take different preposition when the situation is different. Like turn a blind eye to something. Okay. Or turn a deaf ear to something. But when the function is physical, when the function is real, left him blind dash one eye, the preposition should have been in over here. Alright, I'll tell you one more. So prepositions are a little harder than that of the other sections of grammar. Absolutely, I agree with you, Movis. It is tricky. I will not say it is hard. It is tricky. Why? Because it is absolutely impossible to learn so many prepositions by heart. Can you? You can't learn prepositions. So when the reading is intact, the prepositions become easy. Even I may make many mistakes in prepositions, right? So it is not that you will make mistakes. Even I may get confused. Many of us may get confused with prepositions. So practice makes a man perfect. So when we practice with combo in our mind, it becomes easy. I'll give you an example. How they are different. Now let's use a word disappoint. अब देखो disappointed in, ये in भी लेगा, ये by भी लेगा, ये with भी लेगा. There are so many prepositions which we can use with disappointed, but there are two fixed rules. Okay, whenever disappointed is used for somebody, right, it's always in. But if disappointed is used for something, it's always with. I'll give you an example. I was disappointed with my performance. Now in this case, I am talking about something. Okay, so with is a, it is an apt preposition. We can use with over here. But if I say I was disappointed dash Tarun. Now Tarun is my friend. Let's say Tarun is my friend. Now he is somebody. right? So I should use in over here. I was disappointed in Tarun. So these little changes, when you read, you will come across. All right. So in this case, in was the preposition we were looking for. All right. Understood? Fair enough. Let's answer question number 9. Sana Mirza looks good dash make the cut dash the 8 team WTA finals. So what is the answer? Sana Mirza looks good dash make the cut dash the 8 team WTA finals. A says 4 B says 2 C says 2 and D says at from. Alright, Mahesh and Tarun, you people have answered D. Let me give you a situation. Okay. He is good dash make or making curry. Okay. Now let's say we are using at. So what should be the grammar? He is good at make curry or he is good at making curry? Right? So if you're using at as a preposition, you need the ing form of the verb and not the base form of the verb. Alright? So at is out. I hope मैं आपको समझा पाया मैं क्या बताने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं आपको. Right after the blank तुम्हारे पास make है, ing form नहीं है. ing नहीं है तो at का इस्तेमाल नहीं कर सकते. Alright? Easy? In this case, the answer should have been C, 2 and 4. Sana Mirza looks good to make the cut for the 8 team WTA final. Now to make, this is an infinitive. Yes? So we need an infinitive over here. To cut for, to make a place for herself. To cut for. So C is the right answer option. Yes? Okay, great. So ninth one, quite easily done. Moving on. Move is absolutely right. At verb plus ing. Right. Great. Okay. Let's look at question number 10, guys. This one is a very easy question. It's a sitting duck. Let me see how many of you get this one right. I hope all of you will get this one right. The Prime Minister said they dash to make the government accountable. The Prime Minister said they dash to make the government accountable. A says is working, B says are working, C says was working, and D says had worked. Okay, let us see what the answer is. Akansha has keyed in D, Tarun has keyed in B, Movis has keyed in B. Alright, okay. The answer is are working. Okay, why? The Prime Minister said they. Look at the subject right after said. It is plural. So whatever verb you are going to use for this blank has to agree with they, which is a plural verb. So they are working should be the answer. Alright. So it is not the Prime Minister that the verb agrees with. The verb must agree with they. A clear-cut question on subject-verb agreement. Okay. Please go through the concepts of subject-verb agreement and you will understand. Alright. The plural subject must have a plural verb coming after it. And that is why B should have been the answer option. Alright. It is not C because C is a singular verb. Is again a singular verb. Had will not make any sense over here. Okay. So are working is the right answer option. Alright. Okay. Let us now do some spotting error questions. All set? Now we are going to be talking about something serious. Technicalities will be involved. Let us see how many of us get the answers right. Okay? All right. Question number 11, guys. What does it tell us? I never thought this would happen to my family and I. सेकेंड सब्जेक्ट के हिसाब से वर्ब आएगा. यस मोबिस, यू आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट. और वही है इसका आंसर. सेकेंड सब्जेक्ट के हिसाब से ही है. I never thought that this would happen to my family and I. This is an easy question. Very easy question. Tarun has keyed in C. Thank you, Tarun. Akansha has also keyed in C. Okay, fine. And C is the answer, all of you. Absolutely fantastic answer. It is C. Ignore this. It is C. To my family and I. Now after to, you need the objective case of the pronoun. After to, you need the objective case of the pronoun. So I becomes me. So in this case, instead of I, we required me. Me की जरूरत थी यहाँ पे. To my family and me. That is why C has a problem. All right? Yes. Okay. Let us look at question number 12. What does it tell us? We have seen many instances where data was breached and have fell into wrong hands. Movis has marked C. Wonderful. Let us see if C is the answer or not. Okay. Hat fell. Tarun has given the solution also. Okay. All right. Let us see the answer. And you people have guessed it fantastically. It is C. Now let's understand the concept over here. Look how the sentence begins. The sentence begins in a present perfect tense. Okay. We are speaking in the present perfect tense. किसके बारे में? जो past में हो गया. Past में कुछ हुआ और उसके बारे में हम present perfect में बात कर रहे हैं. We have seen many instances. कब? Where data was breached. Where data was breached using the past indefinite tense and fell into wrong hands. A past indefinite is being followed by another past indefinite. That was the concept of parallelism of tenses, right? Now this is happening in a single time frame. The data was breached and fell into wrong hands. जब breach होगा तभी वो wrong hand में pass on होगा. Okay, two actions happening in a single time frame. So data was breached and fell into wrong hands. So C had a problem. All right. Yes, there was no need of have. Exactly my point, Movis. This is exactly what I'm trying to explain over here. All right. Same time frame में हो रहा है इसलिए हमें present indefinite tense ही चाहिए. So that was question number 12 for us. It was an easy question, है ना? Okay. Can we look at a few analogy questions now? Grammar we have seen. Now let's look at a few analogy questions. Okay. Let us establish a relationship between these two words and try and find out if the same relationship can be established in any of the given options. Dubious is to certain, doubtful, uncertain, dirty, clean, tidy, neat, scamper, run. Movis has keyed in 13B. Movis says B. Vansh says B. Thank you, Vansh. Akansha says D. All right. Okay. Let us see what the answer is, guys. The answer is dirty, clean. अब मान लो हमें इसमें दिक्कत है. Dubious and certain. Dirty and clean are what? Opposites. Dubious means something which is not unsure. Okay. Obscure. Unsure or obscure. Not certain. Dubious means not certain. Hona hai, nahi hona hai. Right? There is an element of doubt. So the opposite is certain. Something which is not dubious is certain. That is why clean and dirty should be the answer. The relationship between these two words was that of an opposite one. So B gives you the correct opposite. Doubtful, uncertain, they are synonymous to each other. They are synonymous. Tidy and neat, we say neat and tidy. Again, it is synonymous to each other. Scamper means to run. Scamper means to run, isn't it? So these are synonymous. The only option is B, dirty and clean. We needed an opposite pair. So B is the answer. All right. Okay. Next one. Top summit. I'm so sorry. You have seen the answer already. Anyways, top summit. Okay. Let me explain this to you. Summit means the highest point of anything. The highest point of anything. The highest point means top. Okay. Origin and genesis. Origin means start. Genesis also means, it means inception or beginning. It also means to start. Zenith means the topmost part of anything, and nadir means hitting the rock bottom, the bottommost part of anything. Okay, the rock bottom, that is nadir. These are opposite to each other. Mulct. Now this word means to extract money as fine. Okay, to put a penalty, that is mulct. Okay, to put a penalty, right? And think is absolutely different. You're thinking. Propose and dispose, again, these are opposite to each other. All right, so the right option should have been origin and genesis. Since I hurried up and you might have seen the answer, so I thought no point discussing this question with you people. Okay, yeah, top means pick and submit also means pick. Absolutely right. Okay, कभी कभी हो जाता है ना. Okay, parajumbles. Now, this is a very, very important part of verbal logic and verbal reasoning. No grammar involved, thoda bahut hoga, technicalities mein. Okay? It is your reasoning and your answer. It's all about your thinking process. This is the question, guys. Let's spend some time with question number 15. Vanch is asking a question, sir, how should I improve my vocabulary for JIPMAT? Let me answer this question in two parts. For overall improvement of vocabulary, Vanch, you need to have a good book on vocabulary first of all. Okay, I would recommend all of you to buy Word Power Made Easy, Norman Lewis. I hope if you don't have it, please buy it. Amazon में मिल जाएगा आपको Word Power Made Easy. Also, do a lot of regular reading. That is very, very important. One of the quintessential steps to improve vocabulary. Okay, people who read, they really lead the world. Okay, leaders are readers and readers are leaders. All right, that is in general. But as far as JIPMAT is concerned, right, I would suggest that you take a lot of mock JIPMATs. Take some mocks. Okay, solve a few previous year questions from JIPMAT and find out what kind of words are they asking and how to solve those questions. Taking mocks, are going to help you, is going to help you in a big way to address this problem of vocabulary. But at the same time, I would request you to read, a lot. Read as much as possible. That goes a long way to, improve your vocabulary. Okay, so question number 15, what is the answer? A, B, C, D. Movis has marked B, all right. DCBA Movis, okay. Thank you. A says to declare the monsoon's onset, rainfall is not only criterion that the IMD relies on. C says the rainfall appearing to be consistent over Kerala are important criteria, and D says wind speeds of a minimum length and depth in the atmosphere. All right, the answer is B, A, D, C. The answer is B, A, D, C. Okay, and why it is B, A, D, C? Let's try and understand. You have seen this, now see. Rainfall is what? The only criterion that the IMD relies on to do what? To declare the monsoon's onset. Okay, and now our important criteria, what are the important criteria? Wind speeds and depth in the atmosphere and rainfall appearing to be consistent over Kerala are important criteria. Look at the connectors. Wind speeds, depth in the atmosphere are important criteria. And over here, criterion that the IMD relies on to declare the monsoon's onset. So these two are mandatory pairs. And these two again are mandatory pairs. That is why it's BA, DC. Hence, this should be your answer option. All right. I hope it is clear to all of you. Right. So practice as much as possible. Practice will make you perfect. and there is no shortcut to success. The only shortcut to success is hard work, and take as many mocks as possible. Solve such questions day in and day out. राइट जिपमैट जैसे जैसे पास आता जाएगा आपका मॉक्स बढ़ना चाहिए ओके सॉल्व क्वेश्चंस कीप सॉल्विंग क्वेश्चंस एंड दैट इज द ओनली वे आउट टू लर्न एंड प्रैक्टिस questions based on JIPMAT. I have trouble in critical reasoning, so I'm really depressed pertaining to my CLAT exam. Don't worry about critical reasoning. So in CLAT, it's all logical reasoning, Movis. It's either RC or logical reasoning in CLAT. So logical reasoning is a kind of critical reasoning questions. Practice as many, mock CLAT as possible. All right. So practice will get, and reading is important. Reading is an art, right? There is no substitute to reading with analysis. Don't just do flat reading. It is very important to understand. हम लोग flat reading करके निकल जाते हैं. Read with a purpose. Try to understand the author's point of view, and you will get the critical reasoning questions in no time. Okay. How to do these para-jumble questions? Practice moves, very important, right? Go for the mandatory pairs. Just have a handbook on para-jumbles. There are many, sites available. There are many sites available. Just follow the introductory part of para-jumbles. Also, you can, subscribe to BYJU'S Exam Prep. For all your queries, it will be answered in one shot. All right. Practice will make you perfect. The idea is to develop the habit of looking at number of questions. Increase looking at the number of questions, develop that habit and solve as many questions as possible. So the new course ka information hai, it has been launched, right? To know about this, course, this comprehensive course on BBA IPM for all those who are actually eyeing 2023 BBA and IPMAT and HM examination. Let your friends know that we have started. They should look no further and join BYJU'S Exam Prep. Call on the given number for all the required details. I hope you have enjoyed the session, and I will be coming to you with a lot more question stuff in the upcoming times. Stay tuned and don't forget to like the session, subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for all the notifications. So this is Pradip Sir bidding goodbye to all of you. See you on the other side of the story. Thank you so much. Study hard and stay blessed. Bye-bye. Have a nice day, you too, Mahesh. Bye-bye.